Chapter 4, Tamar. Righteousness through scandal. Tamar should not be here. By every cultural, legal, and narrowed expectation of the ancient world, her name should have disappeared into silence. She is a woman whose story is shaped by widowhood, vulnerability, and public shame. She does not hold power. She does not commend authority. She does not benefit from protection. And yet, Matthew names her. Not indirectly, not anonymously, not cautiously. He places Tamar openly in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. This is not a concession to historical accuracy. It is a theological decision. A woman without protection. Tamar enters the story in Genesis 38, not as a provocateur, but as a woman waiting. She marries Judah's son and is quickly widowed. She is then given to a second son, according to the custom meant to preserve her future in the family line. That son dies as well, when Judah withholds his third son out of fear. Tamar is left suspended, neither free to remarry nor secure within the household. Her position is devastatingly precarious. She is bound by obligation but denied fulfillment. She is expected to remain faithful to a system that refuses to be faithful to her. In every practical sense, Tamar has been erased, kept waiting, without voice, without justice, and without recourse. This is not an accident of the story. It is the pressure point, the scandal that reveals truth. Tamar's actions are shocking precisely because they expose the failure already present. She disguises herself. She confronts Judah without accusation. She secures proof not for leverage but for truth. When Judah publicly condemns her, Tamar does not defend herself with argument. She presents the evidence and allows Judah to recognize himself. This moment is often reduced to scandal. Scripture does not reduce it. Judah's response, "She is more righteous than I," is not forced, it is voluntary. It is confession. Tamar does not manipulate righteousness into existence. She reveals where righteousness has been absent, righteousness redefined. In Scripture, righteousness is not primarily moral cleanliness. It is covenant faithfulness, acting to preserve life, promise, and responsibility when others retreat. Tamar's actions are righteous because they preserve what Judah was entrusted to protect and failed to guard. She does not act out of desire for power. She acts to prevent the erasure of the line and her own quiet disappearance within it. Her righteousness is not gentle. It is costly. It risks misunderstanding and punishment. This is not the righteousness of appearances. It is the righteousness of survival. Why Matthew names her? Matthew's genealogy does not include Tamar as an afterthought. It includes her as a statement. By naming Tamar, Matthew forces the reader to confront an uncomfortable truth. God's redemptive work often moves forward through women who act decisively in situations men refuse to resolve. Tamar's presence in the genealogy announces that God does not infuse propriety with faithfulness. He does not confuse silence with holiness, and he does not confuse scandal with sin. Sometimes, obedience looks disruptive. A line preserved by courage. The sons born to Tamar are not incidental. They carry forward the line of Judah, the line that will one day lead to David and ultimately to Christ. Without Tamar's intervention, the promise would have stalled, the bloodline would have thinned into silence. This is not speculation. It is narrative fact. The Messiah's lineage survives because a woman refused to accept unjust delay as God's will. why this matters for redemption. Tamar's story sets a pattern that will repeat throughout Jesus' genealogy. God does not wait for systems to correct themselves. He works through people willing to act faithfully inside broken structures. Redemption does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it confronts. This prepares us for Messiah who will later confront hypocrisy, expose injustice, and refuse to preserve appearances at the cost of truth. The cross itself fully scandalous, misunderstood, publicly humiliating, and deeply righteous. Tamar's story teaches us how to recognize righteousness when it does not look respectable, grace that does not require silence. By including Tamar, Scripture gives voice to those who are often told to wait indefinitely for justice. It declares that God sees the cost of that waiting and does not mistake endurance for obedience when endurance is forced. Grace in this lineage does not reward passivity. It honors courage. Tamar is not praised for her suffering. She is honored for her faithfulness. The bloodline moves forward. The genealogy of Jesus does not move forward because everyone behaves well. It moves forward because again and again God honors those who refuse to let promise die quietly. Tamar stands at the beginning of that pattern. She is the first woman named, and she sets the tone for all who follow. Her presence tells the reader that the Messiah's story will not unfold through comfort, consensus, or ease. It will unfold through faithfulness that risks misunderstanding. Looking ahead, Tamar preserves the line from within Israel. The next woman will preserve it from outside. Rahab will step into the story not as a widow bound by covenant, but as a foreigner who believes against all odds that Israel's God is greater than her city's walls. If Tamar teaches us that righteousness can confront injustice, Rahab will teach us that faith can emerge where it is least expected, and the shadows will deepen.